Hi, guys and gals. Thanks so much. I appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for being on my VIP list of people interested in learning more about internet marketing and and letting me kind of do the legwork for you, helping you avoid wasting money on products and services that aren't really worthy of your time or money, and really trying to share with you what I believe are valuable products and services for you to consider. Now, we talked about people watching this are either total newbies that know they want to leverage the internet somehow and work a part-time business from home and create, maybe it's just a few $100s, or maybe it's enough money to change their life and quit their job. That certainly is possible. That is my intention. My goal is to keep working until I can show you a way to do that, and I believe I found a couple of them. So I'm excited about that. Now, I always get one or two new people on the list who think all they need to do is send in their $25 and then they can sit back on the couch and just collect the checks. And, life is not like that. Anything truly worthwhile requires some real work on your part. But like anything, there's a learning curve. And once you get through that learning curve, things get much easier. And it's been my pleasure. It'll be my honor to show you. You can't skip steps, but there are times when you can do an approved shortcut. And I'm going to start using the term approved shortcut because what I'm learning when I talk to millionaire mentors like Rob Four, who's a millionaire mentor not only in Empower Network, but he's also, what got me to take a look at MLSP was the fact that there were a half dozen top producers working at Empower Network who also had incomes and business and people and a following at MLSP. And I thought, well, if they're looking at MLSP, if they're doing business there, maybe that's something I should look at. So like Empower Network, MLSP is not in competition with your MLM or whatever your primary business is. MLSP, like Empower Network, is designed to help you generate income, to give you more skills and more leads and more money while you're building your business, to help you build your primary business. And they do it in a slightly different fashion than Empower Network. And I really think that one's not necessarily better than the other. I think they're just different, and some may call to you. You may embrace their concept, their idea more than you embrace the other. And I intend, like those millionaire mentors are doing, is to actually do business in both companies because they both provide great value, have great tools, and they really do help you build an income while you're building your primary business. That was the big aha moment I had while at the workshop a couple of weeks ago. I got to sit down and talk with Rob Four, and he's, if you haven't had a chance to see him yet, he's been in the business since the 90s. He's got six that the videos, because they're a little bit dated, they're going to say 5 6-figure income businesses. However, it's 6 now. He and his wife have 6 businesses that they've created over the years that are each creating 6-figure incomes for him. So, when he talks, I listen. And Rob says makes it pretty simple. He's a great mentor. He says, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be successful on the internet, find people that are already successful and do what they do. Now, that's obviously an oversimplification, but some of the trainings that you'll see with him inside MLSP, he's focusing on exactly that. He talks about when he came into MLSP, he looked at the top 10 producers and he looked for what each had in common with the other. And they each had their own domain name. They each had their own blog, and they had a branded training. A branded meaning it was something that they could put their name on that they were offering to their people to help give them a brand and give them some authority. And so it's really kind of exciting how he matched up what the successful people were doing and what they had in common, and then he's encouraging you to pick 1 or 2 styles, master those, or become proficient at them. Maybe not master them, but become at least proficient at them before trying to master everything. If you try to master everything, you usually end up mastering nothing and being mediocre at best, and not even proficient at a few things. So great lessons from Rob Four. So here's what I've got for you today. Rather than, I don't know how fast, what position you're in, obviously. I talked about there's basically three groups of people that follow me. There's people that are complete newbies that have no idea what they want. That's exactly where I was not that many months ago. And they had no idea what they want to do. They just knew that they wanted to leverage the internet and do a business part time where they could create some extra income. And it may be a few $100s to help out and relieve the stress at the end of the month, or it may be life changing income. And you certainly can have it either way as long as you're willing to put the work into it. The second group are people that already know what they want. They may already have an existing primary business that they want to market on the internet. Um, they just want more leads and an opportunity to create more sales. They're looking for ways to be more effective at marketing their business. And again, that is always mindset and some tools and styles and strategies and techniques. So I think I'm going to be able to point you and get you some help with that too. MLSP has some very successful people that are not only successful, but they're also very good coaches. It's not every time where somebody who's successful happens to be a good coach. There's I don't know, I use the sports analogy. There's been lots of great athletes that were really lousy coaches and couldn't produce a winning team. I'm very pleased to report that there's some great mentors inside MLSP that bring it down to simple things, keeping it simple. And so I'm just very thrilled. I'm very passionate about MLSP and what it can do for you. One of my great aha moments was realizing, and here's something that I learned: people will much more likely spend money and invest and buy a product than they will join a business, because the timing might not be right. The product might not be right. It could be a dozen different reasons, and they won't spend $25 or $50 or $100 to get into your business, but they might spend 25, 50, or $500 for a product because it's a product, and it's not the sense of commitment that they have when they invest themselves into a business. And so and I talked about in my last message that if you have a following and you want to build a list, so if you have a list and for whatever reason they're not ready to buy that at that moment, they may hang around on your list and eventually come into your business, but they're not ready to buy at that moment, and they may never come into your business. But since they're already on your list, wouldn't it be great if you could give them some value, some tools, some products that would help them and at the same time give you some additional income? What a concept. Well, that makes total sense to me. And here's what makes even more sense. If you followed me at all with Empower Network, you know that all the products inside Empower Network are 100% commission. And MLSP, if you sign up, there's two different ways to sign up. One, for $50 a month, you get a 30% commission on a certain group of products. And then if you come in at what they call the mastery level, where you sign up for $150 a month, then you get 100% commission, especially on these. There's this group called the Profit products that are $297, $500, and some less, but have a lot of. In fact, a lot of the products you're going to see today, these are all from the Mastery list. And I did this. I went and signed up for the Mastery, so I get 100%. If you were to buy any of these products that you're going to see down below, that I'm going to direct you to, and you buy them through my link, I'm going to get 100% commission. So if you're paying $27, I'll get $27. If you're paying $297, I'll get $297. If you're paying $497, I'll get $497. And it's so nice to be able to know that while I'm building my business, in the meantime, I've got something of value to provide to people and a way to create some income. So I'm just not sending cash out and putting resources out and spending money when I'm actually be able to make some money while I'm building my business. So I hope that makes sense for you too. Okay, so did you get a chance to watch Michelle Pesco-Solito's Facebook marketing video? I hope you did. If you didn't, that link will be below if you want to watch it for the first time or perhaps watch it again. You can do that. But in today's below, I'm going to have several links for you. One of them is going to be, and these are all MLSP provided products. And these are all, if like actually not even like Michelle's. These are a little different. I think Michelle's video offered a few more actual tips. Some of these videos before, they're an introduction to the person that's selling you the product and the person you'll be getting the training from, and they're kind of an overview and an introduction to buying their product. And they don't have quite as much, they don't have very many nuts and bolts in there. But they're really worth listening. And I hope, when you were in school, there were those kids that sat in the room and they claimed that they were listening, but they really weren't. I really want you to listen to what these people have to say, even though when you listen to Rob and he's not talking about specifics with SEO or keyword research, he's talking about mindset. With Rob Four, just real quickly, he got a diagnosis years ago from the doctor, totally out of the blue, as he was applying for some life insurance, that they said that he had cancer and that he had only 2 years to live at best. And so he had no insurance. He didn't want to leave his wife and family in a lurch and have him gone and have them destitute. So failure was no longer an option. And let's talk about that for just a second. Do you know when, and I, being a guy, I played sports and little league and all that, and there were a couple times where, um, it's been what, 50 years, almost 55 years. I remember a big smart mouth catcher on one of the other teams who was always there saying, easy out, easy out. This guy's an easy out, and really kind of ticked me off that he said that. And so I swung and pulled a ball that was just inches foul, but it would have been a home run. And I got back to the plate, and 2 pitches later, I hit a home run that went way beyond the fence. And as I went around the bases and as I came across home plate, I looked him square in the eyes and I said, "Easy out, huh?" And he provided me with the motivation for just an instant to be more determined, more focused on making good contact with the ball with my bat. And I was just determined to not let that kid sit there and badmouth me that way. And so, but in life, if you think back to it, there's always been a moment or two here and there where whatever your motivation was, you got zeroed in, more focused, and you were able to do something that you might not have done quite as successfully if you hadn't been especially focused and determined. And so we've all had that. I talked before about parents who step up to do things for their kids, to give their kids a better opportunity. We all do that kind of thing. So business is very much the same way. You have to look at it. In fact, one of the links I'm going to send you to is a link about they asked these successful entrepreneurs with Empower Network, or I'm sorry, not with Empower, with MLSP. These guys are all making 10 grand a month or more, and they pulled the 4 of them aside and they said, if you had a child that was dying and you had no financial resources at all, you couldn't borrow money, you couldn't steal it, you had to come up with creating $5,000 in the next 30 days through your internet business, what would you do? And so they asked 4 people. So this first link I'm going to send you to is 5K in 30 days, and that's the scenario. What would you do? How would you create a business? What would you do online that would get you 5K within 30 days? Well, that's kind of powerful. There's a lot of us that would like to be confident that we could create 5K income every 30 days as a stepping stone to 10K, 15K, 30K a month. And so that I thought that was powerful. Down below, you'll also see Michelle Pascosolido's Facebook Get Fans Make Money video again, in case you missed it or wanted to see it again. And underneath that, I've got a link to one of Rob Four's big packages called Predatory SEO by Rob Four. Now, Michelle's, if you were to buy her product for the Facebook marketing, it's $297. Rob Four's predatory SEO is also $297. And then the third piece is Tube Traffic Mojo. Tube Traffic Mojo is a video YouTube marketing product created by Mark Harbert and Frank Marino, and that is $297. So those 3 are the 3 big. I talked the other day about the 3 hottest areas are Facebook, YouTube, and SEO, the 3 hottest areas of internet marketing right now. And those are the 3 big packages. And so they're each almost $300. But before you buy any one of those, I want to make you aware of the fact that MLSP has what's called a Marketer's Mastery Pack that gives you all three of those. Michelle Pescosolito's Get Fans Make Money $297 package, and Rob Four's Predatory SEO $297 package. And then the guys, Mark Harbert and Frank Marino, their Tube Traffic Mojo $297. That's almost $900 worth of products that they will provide to you for an investment of $497, 500 bucks. So for 500 bucks, and you know, you're going to spend. I don't know what your situation is, but there's people out there where $500 is not that big a deal, and they'll spend it, like a big night out in the town. There's other people that would say to me, Mike, there's no way I could afford 500 bucks. But I want you to be aware of those are in a perfect world. If you had the money, those are the three videos that I'd recommend. But having said that, if you don't have the budget to do that, Rob Four has a Posting on Purpose Pro. Posting on Purpose, it's normally a $297 package that MLSP will sell to you for $47. Now that's keyword and SEO type stuff. And no matter if you end up doing Facebook or YouTube marketing, there's still some keywords that you want to learn about how to do keywords. So that $47 Posting on Purpose package might be a good one. So there'll be a link for that below. But it's I'm just very thrilled with MLSP. I don't know your situation. I know that these products are all good products. These are all people of integrity. MLSP is a company of integrity. I've met the people. I've met students that have gone through MLSP. I've met people that have been through the training courses, and I just know it's a great opportunity. And it's like anything else. And I think some of you know this, and some of you probably don't. You can buy these packages. Don't spend $500 or $297 or even $47 if all you're going to do is, and this is kind of a virtual type thing, take a book and put it on the shelf. These are all digital downloads, so you won't actually take a physical product of it. It'll be a digital download. But if all you're going to do mentally is stick it on the shelf and not use it, then don't spend your money. If you're going to watch the videos but not apply them, then don't spend your money. You need to have, part of the success is you need to constantly remind yourself of why you're doing it. You got to be giving yourself the motivation to push through all the obstacles. And all of us have comfort zones, and to be successful, you have to be okay with being a little bit outside your comfort zone. Tony Robbins talks about everybody does everything pretty much based on a fear of the unknown and either a desire to avoid pain or seek pleasure. And if everything is to avoid the pain of the unknown, so you don't ever get out of your comfort zone, even though it might have not have been all that uncomfortable to step out just a little ways outside your comfort zone. And the key to success oftentimes is just doing a few things different, going outside your comfort zone. You cannot take your approach to your new business and treat it the way you've always done everything else, because if what you've done in the past hasn't got you the results that you want, why would you continue to do things that same way? You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to change in here. Feeding your mind, reprogramming your mind. And this is the great thing. 100 years ago, we wouldn't have known what to reprogram mind to. And now people are a lot smarter. We know we can reprogram our mind. We know that, I turned off the TV. Chris and I have DVR, so there's a few shows that I watch when I'm totally done working on the internet, and I just have to take a break, and then I'll watch a show, but it'll be on my terms, my schedule, and I don't watch, hardly any TV at all anymore, because I'm fascinated by the opportunity to learn, and quite honestly, I'm trying to learn things as quickly as I can with the internet, and things are always changing and evolving. So you need to have a similar passion, a real strong desire. And unlike you, I'm 61, so I don't have little kids running around I have to take care of. I don't have perhaps all the responsibilities that you do and so I have many fewer distractions. And so I just urge you to uh, keep your kids in mind that if you can get this business going, get it off the ground, show those kids that they don't have to be stuck for 40 years in a 10-hour job that they're not going to enjoy. Or even if you enjoy your job, have something extra coming in. So there's going to be a bunch of links here. Take your time, work through them. I decided rather than to trickle them out to you one at a time is to some of you are going to get through them much quicker. Some of you are going to be real interested in Facebook but not interested in SEO. And so I decided just to go ahead and put a bunch of links down below. So thanks very much for your time. Mike Irving here. Next week I'll bring you up on what's been going on with Empower Network, and especially how excited I am about some recent changes. All right, thanks very much. Look for my email next week. Uh, have fun with this, enjoy this, and really listen to their message. Even if they're not giving you the nuts and bolts that you may want in these little videos before you get at the products, they do have powerful information in there about mindset and about attitude. So make sure that you pull everything you can out of whatever information they give you. All right, thanks very much. Now, I believe in you. Follow me. We're going to get through this. We're going to have a lifestyle. I use the tagline, your guide. I seek to be your guide to prosperity and time freedom. That's my intent, is to give not only myself but to give you a boatload of prosperity and time freedom. And I look forward to talking with you again soon. Bye bye now.